Welcome to Factly, the place of interesting and unusual facts. Due to the fact that a majority of us have full-time work, providing enough care for our pets at home can be tough. In addition, some parents leave their children in the care of their dogs while they're at work. This practice serves two purposes. First, it ensures that the children are not left unattended. Second, it provides the children with the opportunity to begin developing their sense of responsibility at an early age. Today, we are going to discuss many species of domesticated animals that do not require the constant and undivided attention and care of their owners at all times. We are able to assist you in acquiring a low-maintenance pet, whether you are looking for a pet for yourself or your family. Top 10 low-maintenance pets for busy owners. Number 1. Guinea pigs. Animal people who want a pet that requires little attention often go for guinea pigs because, like hamsters, they are adorable and easy to care for. If they receive an appropriate level of care throughout their lives, guinea pigs have the potential to survive for up to 8 years. All that is asked is that you provide straws, food, and water inside the cage that is at least 10 square feet. To properly disinfect the space in which your pet lives and spends most of its life, you need to make a solution consisting of white vinegar and water evenly mixed. One thing to note is you need to be careful when letting them out of the cage and touching them, because the majority of the time, guinea pigs are exuberant as a manner of expressing their excitement. Number 2. Turtles. If you choose the right species and show it the proper level of care, turtles can make excellent pets that require little attention and effort. If you want to keep a turtle in a terrarium that is the traditional size, you should definitely get one that is around 20 gallons to start out. This will allow you to keep the turtle in the terrarium without any issues. As the turtle grows, you may need to provide it with a 60 to 100 gallon aquarium, or give it a special part of the room in order to give that turtle ample floor space to walk around and explore. Bigger is better, but it is more to manage. This is due to the fact that some species of turtles have the potential to grow as long as 3 feet. It is not required to feed turtles on a regular basis, and you should not feed your turtle more frequently than 4 to 5 times each week at the very most. The majority of the time, turtles eat various kinds of insects for food. Meals high in chlorophyll content and seafood are recommended. Number 3. Canary birds. Canary birds do not require as much attention from their human caregivers as many other avian species. Keep in mind that canaries do not lend themselves well to being tamed or domesticated in any form, although some experts dispute this. Canaries are nothing more than small caged birds that prefer to be by themselves and would rather be left alone. They are quite easy to confuse with cockatiels and budgeries due to their strikingly similar look. Canaries are solitary animals by their very nature and won't mind if they are confined to a cage by themselves at all. In point of fact, keeping them apart from one another increases the likelihood that they will sing. The only things that are expected of you are to make sure they have enough food and water each day, clean their cage at least once or twice a week. Because these birds are likely to perish if they go for 24 hours without drinking water, there must always be some form of water for them to drink. Because there is a significant possibility that they will run away if you let them out of the cage, it is in your best interest to prevent them from doing so think hard about the cage's location. Number 4. Betta fish. Because they are simple to maintain and call for just a little bit of effort, betta fish are an excellent option for a pet that you and your loved ones may have in your home. Betta fish are well known not just for their capacity to live long, robust lives, but also for the vivacious habitats in which they flourish. This skill has contributed to the fish's widespread renown. It may seem like a lot of work to care for a betta fish in an aquarium, but that's not necessarily the case if you are knowledgeable about the fish species and to choose what inhabits your aquarium. The temperature of your aquarium needs to be checked with the assistance of a thermometer, which you should keep near the aquarium for that purpose. In addition to this, you will have the additional responsibility of making sure that the aquarium is always completely filled with water. This fish does not require a considerable amount of food due to its size of its stomach, and as a result, you should take care not to overfeed it. If you do decide to acquire this fish for your children to keep as a pet, you need to make sure that you instruct them on how much food they should give it at each feeding. A funny nickname for the betta fish is actually the fighting fish, since males tend to fight each other when they're put in the same tank. That brings me to number 5, hamsters. Hamsters have a well-deserved reputation for being excellent first pets, particularly among younger people. This reputation is especially well-earned among younger people. Despite the fact that they are just as adorable and cuddly as cats and dogs, they do not need as much attention as those other animals do. When released in the wild, hamsters have typically been able to care for themselves adequately as well. Hamsters only require a cage, some clean water, hamster food, and a hamster wheel in order to have some form of physical activity and enjoyment. When all these elements are in place, they don't actually need all that much more to live long and prosperous lives. On occasion, many children will remove hamsters from their cages in order to interact with them in a compassionate manner. It is important to properly instruct young people on how to handle a hamster safely, protecting both the child and their furry pet. Number 6, cats. If you claim that you're not a cat person, have you ever tried owning one? Cats are actually pretty independent and self-sufficient creatures. While they tend to go off exploring and enjoy their own time, don't leave your kitty alone for too long. Cats still secretly love human interaction whether they show it or not. Cats love a fur-friendly home, and they love exploring. If you turn your home into a pet paradise, your cat will love you for it. Cats will need fed twice daily, and of course need water provided 24 hours a day. Number 7, sea monkeys. Have you ever heard of them? Sea monkeys do not dwell in the sea, and they're not true monkeys. Actually, sea monkeys are a hybrid breed of brine shrimp that were developed in the 1950s and quickly gained popularity as simple-to-care-for pets and a convenient, wholesome live meal for fish. In unchlorinated saltwater, sea monkeys hatch and often emerge 24 hours later. They will eventually grow into small, transparent shrimp with tails that resemble something that might be a monkey. Sea monkeys make great low-maintenance pets, but you must always keep the water free from contaminants and keep it well oxygenated. Number 8, snakes. Even though some people may think owning a snake is a scary idea, they're actually a great choice if you want a low-maintenance pet. All snakes require is a warm tank, some vegetation, and, depending on their size and breed, some mice or rats to feast on every few weeks. Although I don't suggest keeping a snake and a mouse together as low-maintenance pets. It seems a bit contradictory. Number 9, and my favorite, tarantulas. Usually, ground dwellers like the curly-haired tarantula are the best tarantulas for beginners. They often move more slowly, which facilitates any required handling. Although the pink-toed tarantula is frequently recommended as a nice tree-dwelling tarantula to keep, it's not a good choice as a starter spider in general. Species that live in the trees are more difficult to handle since they are swift and agile. Tarantulas are often solitary creatures. Additionally, handling should only be done when absolutely necessary, such as when removing the spider from its enclosure for cleaning. In that instance, moving the spider in your hands is preferable to getting it into a compact container for travel. Because tarantulas are often calm, some people do let their spiders walk on their bodies. Skin discomfort from the small barbed hairs on the tarantula's abdomen is another issue to be aware of when handling them. These hairs can be released by the spiders if they sense a threat. Once inside your skin, they itch and then irritate you. Number 10, the leopard gecko. Geckos make great long-term, easy-to-care-for pets. The average lifespan of a leopard gecko is 20 years, and they love to get along with one another. They don't need much room. A 15 to 20 gallon tank will serve for their entire lives, and they eat mealworms, waxworms, and crickets. The only downside of owning a leopard gecko is it doesn't actually save you on your insurance. Well, I hope this list of low-maintenance pets for busy owners has helped you narrow the options with your next pet purchase. See you in the next video.